Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of In My Opinion. My name is John.
My name is Lester.
And before we begin anything,
Yes.
okay, in case you all don't know, we have an Instagram page right now.
We do.
It's called what? IMO_pod.
I think it's IMO.pod.
Yeah, at IMO.pod.
Mm.
Go there, follow us, give us a like, comment on our post, and then you can always see our updates there as well.
Yes. I spend a lot of time on IG stories, so please watch them. If not, I'll be
And the
sad.
best part is, it's free.
It's free. Like all of our content.
That's beside the point, but yes.
So
Okay, what are we going to talk about today, Lester?
yeah, today we are getting a little bit tired about like doing very serious topics. I think we just wanted to take a little bit of a break again. We had to do one of these episodes like once every month. We were just joking about it. But the last time we did something like this, we did reacting to Reddit, but today we'll be reacting to NTU Confessions posts. And why
Yes.
NTU Confessions? Because I'm from NTU and John was from NTU.
Was from NTU.
So, yeah.
Yes, I think it's important what we say here because all the things that are going on are happening on social media. By the time this video comes out, elections will be done. But pre-election, there's always that I use the term loosely, but there's this shitstorm before elections.
Yeah.
Things are like busy and messy and noisy and irritating. So today, we're just gonna share something that's a little bit more lighthearted.
Correct. And
You're
hopefully you
damn
guys enjoy it.
welcome, man. You're damn welcome.
Yes, hopefully you guys enjoy it. So why don't we just start off right away? So most of these confessions, actually we have 4 lined up, and 3 of them are actually love related because it's NTU confessions and uni students only
Because
think about
Alastair
love.
has insecurity with love, then like suddenly every time love will come up. But I mean, beside the point.
I do not have an insecurity. Kidding.
Kidding.
Yes. So the first one that we'll be talking about. So this person who I assume is a girl, she said something along the lines of like, to summarize, she's still talking to her ex, hoping that they'll get back together.
Why don't you tell the whole story?
You want me to read out an entire paragraph?
Or I mean, why not?
Okay, yeah, okay, sure. I'm still talking with my ex, hoping that we might get back together again because he told me once that I was his type, and if I grew up, he would date me again. But when we text these days, it gets so cold, and it takes like 4 to 8 hours to reply. I don't know.
4 to 8 or 48?
4 to 8.
Alright, okay.
Which is, to be fair, a lot better than what John does for me. But anyways,
Yeah, man.
I don't know if he just wants to keep me around or really wants to try again. I've asked him before and he said he wanted, but he needs time. Sometimes he's so nice, but sometimes he doesn't give 2 shits about me. I'm really confused. Advice, please. So,
Okay.
what's your advice, John?
First things first, right? I think 4 to 8 is already, personally, if I use myself as an example, 4 to 8 is an achievement. This whoever is madly in love with you. No lah, don't take my unqualified advice for it. But personally, I feel that like, this is a matter of like, you put your ideals on other people,
Okay. In what way?
right? You cannot assume that like just because you need a clear answer now, and he said that if you grow up, he will like try again, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he is okay with the you right now.
Oh, okay. So you feel like exes can get back together lah?
Yeah, absolutely, man. In fact, like personally, I had such an experience, but the second time we tried, it didn't end well lah. But the point is can one. And at the same time,
Okay.
right, I feel that the mere fact that somebody is open-minded enough to admit that like they will give you a second chance if you grow up, right, just means that you have a lot of redeeming factors. But
Okay.
being insecure like this is definitely does not work in your favor. People don't like insecure people, right?
Mhm.
Because you need to stop and consider that like all these things that you're saying are very like what I need, what I want, what I need from this person is not giving me, whether this person is playing me, all that kind of thing. You
Yeah.
need to think on the flip side for him. Is he ready for you? Is he ready for anything? Is he actually meeting someone else already? All these things are worth answering and worth being respectful about, right? And this is a clear sign of whether you have grown up or not to this person. What? If you have grown up enough to be objective until you all both agree that you are going to be romantically involved again, right? Then yeah, you do you, he do he. 4 to 8 hours, damn good already, please. I thought 48. 48 is reasonable because that's like my rate, ma. I apologize.
Sometimes
to
she
my
doesn't
girlfriend,
reply
but,
me
like,
for
yeah.
1 whole week, guys.
I apologize to my girlfriend, but The difference is my girlfriend will scold me more than Alistair does. So.
I have given up already. Like I used to scold him, but like these days, like don't even bother anymore already. But
hey, okay. To be fair, I reply rather timely. Okay.
but yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, so for you personally, when you go
Yeah.
back together with your ex, like it's because you felt like the first time you guys broke up, whatever issues, it was fixed, lah.
Personally, I feel that like when I got back together with my ex, they were not necessarily fixed because there were most of the issues were very intrinsic within me.
Okay.
I don't know about her because like honestly, this relationship is some time ago, and like I really don't think I don't fault her for much, right?
Mm.
But the thing is that like I realized that after overcoming certain barriers, I didn't overcome enough to sustain
Okay.
the relationship even longer. So the second break, right,
Yeah.
thankfully for me, is very different from the first one.
Okay.
So yes, I definitely became a better person that was worth dating again. And like I mentioned, right, I firmly believe that like there's no such thing as that like, oh, cannot date ex again. I don't know where this societal rule came out again, or like the even more ridiculous one whereby you cannot date your friend's ex.
Oh, you don't believe in that? Oh, okay.
I don't believe in that at all, man.
Okay,
in fact,
okay.
I'll be a bit upset if let's say I found someone like that, and then the only thing that's stopping me is this bro code or cis code. Like, come on lah. It's 2020. Don't certain thing bro cis, certain thing don't bro cis. But anyway, my point is very simple in that like in that like you gotta make sure that you are compatible in terms of being partners.
Yeah.
Again, right? Because if you're not ready for a relationship and then you decide to start a relationship with someone, right? That's called a rebound, what?
And
who's the worst person to rebound to? Your ex, right?
Yeah. It's
Because
always terrible.
You are gonna set yourself up for heartbreak in the exact same way again because you are both the same person and it has proven you have proven to each other that these two same people cannot make it. I don't know how more clear can that be, right? Get what I mean, right? It's because these two people cannot make it. That's why they break up, what? And then you heartbroken, you want to be the same two heartbroken people come back together, man? No, what? Logical 一点. No lah, okay? No, but like you have to try to be objective, especially when it comes to this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know it's very easy that when you're emotionally invested to like forget.
Yeah, it's very difficult to remain like rational when you're emotional. And
exactly.
Yeah. Like it's just how it is, lah. And I feel like for the ex thing, right?
Yeah.
I think it's very important that you guys both need to like kind of take time apart. If you do want to get back together, have at least some time apart to process the relationship properly, improve as a person, and if one day you guys are compatible enough to get back together, you can get back together.
Yeah. And I think having this like a small agreement that like you're cool with being together again is a little bit reassuring also. But also another thing you need to understand is that like just because you feel that you've grown, not everyone grow at the same rate. Why Alistair so tall? I'm only this height. Right? People grow at different rate, what? Right? So you must accept that like emotionally, people grow at different rates as well. So maybe in like 10 years time, then this person is ready. How? You willing to accept that or not? If the answer is no, then download your Tinder.
But I mean, there are a lot of people
it's true, don't you think? Right? People improve at different rates.
Yeah. And I think maybe it's very easy for you to like think like, oh my god, there'll be like no one better than my ex, or like, oh my god, like there'll be no one better than this person I used to date. The thing is that like I used to think that way too, and I have somehow managed to prove that like eventually I'll find someone that's also compatible with me lah. And it's not the end of the world thing if like one person doesn't want to continue a relationship with you. Just have to find another one.
Correct. You must understand that your life is not isolated into this one singular time. You will slowly become better, and this is gonna sound crazy, but you're gonna be a different person than you were.
Yeah.
So when you're that different person, right, your definition of what's good for you will change. So when you say that there's no one better, that's the fallacy, because people will always be people that are better for you later than right now.
I agree.
Bam, print that on a t-shirt.
Maybe we get merch. Who knows if you guys want. So why don't we move on to the next one? So it's also another love related one. So is it?
Yeah.
So let me read out the entire thing. I met this girl last year and quickly became friends with her. It felt easy to talk to her and click with her. Along the way, I slowly developed a crush on her. I think she could feel it as well because her action towards me became colder.
Ooh,
I decided
tension.
to confess to her about my feelings, and I got rejected. We have stopped talking since the start of CB, and it hurts my heart knowing that we will no longer be talking. since then, I've asked myself a lot of times, is it worth confessing your feelings to a person for a chance of a relationship in exchange for the loss of friendship?
Okay, I want to hear your thoughts on this first.
Is it worth confessing? I will say no.
Uh-huh.
I am people who like have like know me personally will know that I'm like a very anti-conflict person, and I'm someone
Hey,
that
same I'm not confrontational.
yeah, but like you're
I
not
don't
conflict
like.
averse. Are you conflict averse?
Oh,
You will go through it if you have to.
okay lah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't like confrontation, but I think I'm not conflict averse. Yeah.
yeah. And I think like there are a lot. I have not confessed a single time in any of my. I've never confessed first.
Right.
So far all my relationships, I've never confessed first. And it's because I am a inherently very scared person, and I do not feel like, and because I feel like it's not worth. I rather keep the friendship and keep the familiarity, and keep the, especially if I know that the girl is like not really into me, I'll rather not risk it, and I'll rather bottle up my feelings and like deal with it myself, than having to like pour it out to someone. Then like for her, I already know the answer is gonna be no. Then why would I need to confess?
Okay, personally, right, I think the other way. But
Right.
the first thing first I have to make clear is that like people have this misconception that a confession, right, will 100% mean the end of the friendship.
Okay.
Those two things, right, are not in equal exchange, right? You cannot it does not necessarily always mean when you confess and get rejected, right, you lose that friendship. No, it does not mean that way. It just means that, the reason why is that people confuse the feelings up so much that after confession, after a rejection, you
Yeah.
don't have closure, then it's very difficult to be your friend. Don't you agree? Right? It's very difficult to be someone's friend after they've confessed to you without sending the wrong message. It's not that this person don't unfriend you. You think this person don't value the friendship, man? They do, right?
Yeah.
But the mere fact is, they don't want your romantic advances, even if they want your friendship. So you have to. The only way you can still maintain the friendship is if you manage to separate these two, or you're able to revert back and make it clear, because it will be difficult for the person who received to always call the shots. Call the shots. I say call the shots because like there's a dynamic here, ma. Right.
So you feel like, wait, how's the way to close? Like to get closure?
Okay. So a lot of times, right, you can if you sense that like someone that's not like you, and then you go with your confession anyway, right? One or two things can happen. First is by the miracle and the grace of the universe, suddenly magic things work out. But the more likely path that will happen is you go and confess anyway, the person reject you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So after that, right, when you're rejected, right, you either move on and be clear that okay, I still want to be friends with you, but thanks for letting me know. Yeah. Don't do some don't be fooled by romantic movies. Be like, I'll continue to love you. One day you will love me back. Like, shut up lah. This person got things to do, man. What if this person just wants to play Maple Story, and then every day at the back of the head got this person? I will always remember you. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Okay? You want to be respectful. You also want to be realistic. So you can always confess that, and then you say like, thank you for letting me know. This is gonna take me some time, but I still want to be your friend. Being honest never hurts.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Even if you're not able to deliver it verbally in sentence like that, I know I'm not able to. Right? But you make it very clear. Make your intentions and your actions very clear. That like, I'm not gonna woo you already. Right? But I don't want to throw away the friendship. Right? If you make it very clear like that, right? Then after that, your actions back up that sentiment, right? People will believe you one. And then suddenly your friendship will still be that way. And people will understand even when you try to actively distance away, because they will encourage that.
The friendship won't be the same one, isn't it?
The friendship may not be the same at the start, but eventually it will be.
Okay.
Why won't it be? Nothing is lost from the friendship. But if you like what you mentioned, if you feel that like something is lost from the friendship, right, then something in the infatuation has encroached into the friendship. And then if the friendship is truly different, and then you're not able to recover that spark again, right, then it is not friendship in the first place. It's your infatuation. And rightly so, you will lose the friendship.
Okay, that's a good point.
Right?
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense when like because you see, when you're emotionally invested in someone, right, it's very easy to confuse the infatuation aspect with the friendship aspect. Because they may seem like similar things. It could be as simple as like you prefer to sit next to this person more.
Yeah.
Right? But actually there was like an infatuation bias when you did that.
Okay.
Right? And then when this thing becomes in conflict, right, suddenly you don't know what to do. And then it makes you feel terrible. And then as a result of terrible, a lot of times these friendships don't work out. But if you're able to be very clear, is that like, the reason why I don't want to sit next to you again is very simple. It's not because I don't want to sit next to you. It's because like I feel that like after the rejection, I want to respect our boundaries, so I sit further away. The friendship still stay the same distance, what?
Yeah, I think like the reason why I say no is not worth is also because like I'm quite sure if I ask girls this question, right, they will say they rather not know. Because if they know, right, it's like a burden on them to like then have to deal with it with you. It's not like I say then 找 kind.
I think this is the problem right here. Because not many people are able to internalize it this way.
Okay.
Not many people are able to separate these two.
Yeah.
So what's the easier solution, right? You choose the either or you don't want to introduce third option, right?
Yeah.
So shut up, don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, correct.
You know?
Yeah.
Right? And also because like the thing about it is that a confession carries with it a certain amount of risk. So one of the reasons, you see, this is where all these lonely hearts, right, they forget to think about from their person's perspective. Do you know this person being your friend also don't want to look like an asshole to you? Right? Have you considered that?
Yeah.
So a lot of times what these people do is that they know that like sometimes people confess to me that they're not interested in, right? Their first instinct is to not reach that stage at all because they don't want to lose the friendship and they don't want to look like an asshole by saying no. Right? Because sometimes, right, you do stuff just by being yourself, people can feel that like you're leading them on.
Yeah, if you're being friendly,
are entitled to feel however they want to feel, right? But the thing about it is that if this person feels let down and then tell their friend, and then after that their friend pass their judgment based on that one incident about you, that's not fair against you, what? Then besides losing that one friendship, you lose a lot of credibility and a lot of other friends. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people rather not put themselves in that situation by either actively discouraging people from confessing to them or having their own personal policy of not confessing, or like some people don't even go so far as say I will not date a mutual friend.
Okay.
That's not a problem if you set it clear, right?
Yeah.
If it's clear and you're able to talk, I mean, it's a very difficult concept to grasp because it took me a long time to understand this concept also. And to arrive at like this conclusion it is a really long journey. But like, I feel people should be allowed to talk about their feelings and be allowed to confess, right?
Yeah.
And rightly should be worried that it may affect their friendship. But the thing about it is that people don't realize how much they can do to preserve the friendship.
And I feel like I watched this not Netflix, a video series on YouTube by Wongfu Productions called Just Another Nice Guy. So
yeah,
like at the end, spoilers ahead, but like you can skip ahead if you don't want spoilers. But at the end, basically the guy confesses and he gets rejected, and then he says that I'm sorry if I can't be your friend for now, but I hope you understand that like because I confess to you and you really mean a lot to me, I cannot just sit here and pretend like nothing happened.
You cannot just revert, right? It doesn't make sense. So is that fine? That's fine, right?
That's fine, yeah.
In fact, that's preferred.
I think that's a great way
after that, you all
to
can be
settle it.
buddy again.
Yeah.
You all can be friends again, right? And then eventually, if next time when you really discover that actually maybe are incompatible, then you find a new partner, then suddenly your partner also be introduced to your best friend, and then suddenly become like, wow, giant family, freaking hell can play mahjong,
Yeah, so maybe it's like a temporary loss of quote unquote loss of friendship, but like in the long run, it might actually be a good thing lah.
Yeah, you must remember you don't want to throw the person away. You can push them apart a bit, hold yourself each other at arm's length with the understanding that it's not that I want to push you away, I just want to recover first.
Yeah.
I recover, then come back to the same platonic distance that y'all were lah.
Yeah. I agree.
In fact, right, all the better, man. It would, if this kind of maturity can happen within this kind of friendship, right? And this friendship can survive a rejection, right? Yeah, I think this friendship will last a long time.
Yeah, I agree. So why don't we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
This one, I think it's quite a controversial topic. So I'll summarize this one. But essentially, I don't think the story itself is very important, but like the question I'm going to ask as a follow-up to this story is the one that's important. Basically,
Okay.
she's attached, and
Yes.
he or she is attached. I think it's a she lah. Then basically, every time she talks to like other people who were her old crushes, she will feel like her heart beats faster and words have impact on her. And she does get jealous when they're with their partners or talk about the opposite sex.
Right.
So she asks, I know it's not conventional to actually like more than one person at a time, and it is only normal to love and indulge in only one person. So my question is, do you think it's normal to like more than one person while in a relationship, or have crushes on more than one person in a relationship?
Okay. Personally, right, I feel that it is perfectly human and normal, right?
Yeah.
To see something else you like in someone else.
Yeah.
Right. Because like, I give you an example. Okay. So okay, maybe it's not an example, but like let me paint the picture for you. So like if you're in a relationship with someone, right, you must understand that you are two humans in a relationship with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Your partner, right, may be your ideal partner.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing as a perfect partner.
Yeah.
Right. So it is only normal that hey, you see someone else something that you like in someone else. It's only normal. There are so many human beings in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. You may see all the different traits that you enjoy in a lot more other people than you see in one person. And that's fine. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between like being in a committed relationship versus being unsure of yourself, right, is what you choose to do with the action.
Yeah.
You can feel something. I mean, I may feel angry at someone, but do I punch him in public? No.
No. Yeah.
Right. So you may feel a certain way about someone who has a positive trait. It could be your ex, it could be another person, it could be another stranger, it could be a beautiful stranger, it could be anyone. And this anyone means except partner. Right. But what is the difference between being in a committed relationship or not is whether you choose to act upon it.
Yeah.
If you act upon it, right, and then you touch something you're not supposed to touch, then you fucked up.
Correct.
Right? Then you might as well break up first, then you do it, right?
Yeah.
You cannot like want to reap the benefits of someone else while simultaneously reaping the benefits of your current partner. Right? Well, how is that fair?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
If you want to be like that, I mean, basically, I'm not gonna say anything, but don't be like that. You know?
Yeah. I feel like, okay, I think this can go one or two ways. One of them is, I don't know much about open relationships, and I don't know about my opinion about it as well.
Yeah.
But if you want to have an open relationship and your partner is cool with it, then I don't see a problem with it lah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that your partner wants a committed relationship.
Yeah.
So
it's clear that this person doesn't exactly entertain the idea of the open relationship because, I mean, he or she prefaced the thing about how it's only normal to only have affection for your partner.
I know it's not conventional to actually like more than one person at a time, and it's only normal to love and indulge in only one person.
I mean, that's so ambiguous to determine what your thoughts on this are. But like basically, right, one other thing you can try to do is, this is gonna sound crazy as fuck. Okay? Own up to your partner about this.
Oh shit.
Let me tell you why this is important. Because if you're able to tell your partner that like, hey, today I want to tell you something that is like not gonna be easy to hear, right? But I want to tell you because you are my partner.
Yeah.
Right. If you set the preference like that, people are more willing to listen. Then you tell them, say, today I saw so and so. And then so and so, something about so and so still kind of made me like blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Right? This particular trait I see in him is still something that like kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
Right? And I tell myself I don't want like that to affect me the way it is because I'm with you. And I want to reassure you, right, that even if I see this person, I still want to be with you.
Yeah.
Right? That's fine. Right? Owning up to this kind of thing, right? In fact, after you say this kind of thing, right? If you're uncomfortable with saying I still want to be with you, pro tip.
Just break up.
You don't still want to be with this person. Right? But the thing about it is that after having said this, right, you will be able to clarify with your own head about whether you want this person, whether you still want this relationship.
Yeah.
Right? Because despite all this, if you're able to verbally commit that like I still want to be with you, right? You will do it you will do a justice for yourself because you know that you've made a verbal commitment. Instead of letting all these thoughts just fester in here and then what should I do? NTU confessions. Why don't you try doing partner confessions? Confess it to your partner and then tell your partner what your choice is gonna be.
Yeah. In fact, I've had such an experience before. So like my partner actually told me that she kind of had a crush on someone else. And I was for some reason very cool with it. Like when faced with it, I was actually quite okay with it. I was like, okay, I view this more as a problem within our relationship than you emotionally cheating on me. So let's work on our relationship together if you're willing to. And she was willing to. So I was quite glad at the time that she was like willing to tell me and willing to say like, hey, I want to work on our relationship. I don't want to feel this way. Let's do better as a couple. And even though technically we broke up, but I didn't regret giving that chance for us to work through this like problem together lah.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't realize how strong a relationship could be, right?
Yeah.
Until you all work on a problem. Right?
Yeah.
So you all have no problem to work together. Who knows? Maybe this person, right, have hidden traits that after that you're like, oh shit, I got the right guy, I got the right girl, daddy, that kind of thing. You never know, right? Maybe this person is so good at solving this, like, oh yeah, it happened to me before. I'm cool with it. If you want to talk about it, right, I can be your listening ear.
Yeah.
To help you overcome this. Holy shit, you just found the diamond in the rough. Right? Because everyone also has this unwarranted perception that like if they have this conversation with their partner's gonna overreact and they're gonna be labeled a cheater, people are gonna hate them. Come on. If that's the case, you don't want to be with this person in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? If you deliver it in a sensitive and tactful manner, right, I'm pretty sure the person being your partner, right, will also want to reciprocate in kind. If not, you all both need Jesus.
That's the conclusion to all our confessions.
Yeah, man. Jesus. No, don't you agree?
I agree.
Couples ought to be able to have honest conversations, right? Wouldn't you appreciate if your partner is the one that encountered this and then come talk to you? Yes, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's always great if your partner who is encountering the issue is the one that comes to talk to you about it. Then you go and discover.
The discover one is the worst. Like every time there's a problem, you discover that the problem is there, right? Like cheating or anything, right? It's just a bad way to find out.
And then the more you don't address it, right, the more hidden it becomes. The more hidden it appears. Not that it becomes, it appears.
Then you feel like got something behind
you. Feel like got motive suddenly.
Yeah.
Then people will come with a very standard argument when they are emotional. If you got nothing to hide, then why you never tell me? that is the answer right there. Just tell them. Then you got nothing to hide already.
I agree. And I mean, I feel like a lot of people, like inside from what I learned, right, people are very bad at attributing their emotions to the right reasons. So like there's this like very famous study where they got guys to talk to this same woman and either on a very rocky bridge or a very solid bridge. And the guys who were interviewed on the rocky bridge because it's dangerous, right? They actually rated the attractiveness of the female to be higher than when it was on a stone bridge. So it's just that because their emotions are aroused from being scared about being like on a rocky bridge and like on the heights and everything, they thought that they misattributed it to liking that girl. So I just feel like there is
humans are weak, man. Humans are weak.
There are a lot of like reasons for your emotions, and you might be misattributing it. And that's why I feel like even if you have a crush, I feel like give it some time. Maybe you might be misattributing it with the feeling of getting to know someone better, or like you feel the person is interesting to know as a friend. Then you feel like you have a crush, but you actually don't know because emotions are so confusing and they all like kind of overlap. So I would say just be honest, communicate, and good things will happen lah.
Humans are flawed.
We really are. And in fact, that's a nice segue to the next confession. which is basically something that I feel like John can relate to at a deeper level.
Is it about being good looking? Because yes, I can relate.
Help me, guys. Help me. But like, okay,
You
so
don't know what's up.
basically, this guy, he says that I had enough of being a failure and constantly disappointing my parents. And then when I got offers from all these universities, I just accepted the one that my parents were most happy about. All my life, I've wanted nothing but to make them feel proud of me, and nothing seems to be enough. They can't even talk about me not having an internship one winter break because it's too shameful. I hate that. I hate where I am now. Then he said like this whole circuit breaker thing's made it worse because he's stuck at home with the family that is never satisfied with what I do. And I can't even cry without getting their approval of it being worthy of crying about. I don't want anything big. I just want to get a place where I'm satisfied with myself, even if that means I'm a failure. Oof. Deep.
Okay, I
dark
mean,
topic.
yes, I relate to this. I mean, I wish it was lighthearted, like the I good looking thing. But like, this is something that I relate with. But like, if there's anything I learned from my personal experience in like encountering these kind of things, right, and like trying to improve yourself, in the midst of a not exactly most conducive environment. Okay. The first thing you need to understand, okay, and you need to always remember for yourself, okay, is to stop trying to seek validation from these people. These people, right? I use these people as a term. It could be your parents. For some people, for this particular, situation, is your parents.
Yeah.
It could be other things. It could be your partner for some people. It could be social media for some people. But personally, I feel once you are able to understand, right, that no one can live your life but yourself, then you will realize that all this time you've spent is all wasted because you're living to someone else's drumbeat. You just want you want their validation too much that it became your identity, and all this time was wasted chasing someone else's ideal without that person even knowing. Based on what you are saying, like, because your achievement was not enough, right? That means these people didn't even know how all that hard work. These people didn't even notice, because these people didn't know that the way they were treating you was stringing you along with their ideals, right? Which is unfair to you, but when it comes from parents and a place of good intentions, it is 100% valid, which is unfortunate, okay? Because a lot of times people don't know what this does to children, right? But the thing about it is that, like, as an individual, the only way you can come out from this, okay, unfortunately, especially if you're posting this on a confession site or coming to us for superb advice, right? The only way you can come out of this better is if you come out of it yourself. No one else can do it. You can keep banging at the door hoping that whoever you're seeking validation from will open the door. But they will never be the ones that walk the rest of the road for you. You have to walk yourself.
And like for psych, we have learned something along the lines of like, basically you have an ideal self and you have a true self. And most of the time, like, the reason why we have a lot of anxiety is because we have an internal mechanism within us that essentially like triggers an alarm when our actions do not align with how we want to be. It's not that you have to be your ideal self. It's more of if your ideal self and your actual self is different, and it should be, it probably is because we're still young. Like, it's our actions like working towards being that ideal self. And if it's not, our internal mechanism will like trigger this alarm that causes a lot of anxiety. And the biggest reason for us like losing the way is external validation and what we call like basically validation that is not as hinged on your performance or your behavior. It's like it's not like unconditional. We call it conditional positive regard. So basically, if you get conditional positive regard from other people, is that you will only be liked if you behave a certain way or if you get a certain achievement. But that is a super counterproductive presence, because it will, approval from other people is a very low on the Maslow hierarchy of needs. It's like considered quite low already. But it's like way lower than self-actualization, which is what you should eventually want to aim for. But because it's so low and it's considered more important, so we will willingly move away from our ideal self just to get approval. And I think that's something that you need to like be able to internalize, is that, okay, I have this, the reason why I feel so unhappy is because of this. I need to be able to cut off the people who are giving me positive regard, and instead
Yeah.
make friends or like be surrounded with people who give you unconditional positive regard. Which is not to say that they do not call you out on your shit, but
Yeah.
even if they do, they still support you, and they still
Correct.
like think that you are worth it, and you are that you are a good human being and everything. So I
Yeah.
think that's important.
This is very important. I think you need to identify these people in your life.
Yeah.
You know,
And there are
I
people around there.
realized that like for me personally, because I'm a uni dropout, right? So this was one of the things that was like my turning point in my life, where I made the first major decision of my life. Because like all the while I have like my parents are quite strict and stuff like that, so it's a little bit
Yeah.
problematic for certain things,
Mm.
right? But at the same time, I realized that like they were flexible, and there was a part of them that was flexible enough. So actually I kind of found both sides, two types of people within them. And
Mm.
also, I had a bunch of friends that didn't judge my decisions,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And I mean, personally, even though they may not be the most eloquent at delivering this, they did try to support my journey.
Yeah.
And that's important, right?
Mm.
Because especially when you head off into uncertain ground, right? What you need is not people to lecture you. You need support.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, what Alessa said is also very important. People must be able to call you out on your shit.
Yeah. But it's not mutually exclusive to support you and still call you out on your shit.
Yeah.
It's like, I can still like you as a friend and I'll still support you and be there for you as a friend. But if you're doing something
Yeah, but if you
shitty-
fucked up, you fucked up.
Exactly, like it's you fucked up. There's no way around that. But
Yeah.
I'll,
It's like you
despite
fucked up, but next week want to eat dinner or not? Yeah,
Correct.
It's that kind.
Correct. It's the kind that won't abandon you. You won't feel like
Yeah.
your worth is being pegged to a certain behavior, or you have to behave a certain way. I think that's
Yeah.
very important. If you manage to find
Find
people
these
like that,
people.
right, that'll be very good.
Find these people and then don't let them go.
They're very
The
valuable.
best
lah.
way you can don't let them go is you get them addicted to a game with you, like mahjong or like video game.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm very lucky that my parents started off very strict when I was in like primary school, secondary school. But eventually they started like opening up a lot more. And I'm very glad for that. Like I'm studying psychology, which is like considerably a very lower income job. Like it doesn't look great for me right now, especially the current job market lah. I could have gone for like computer science or any other higher paying jobs, but I didn't.
He's a scholar, he's smart. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
No lah, but like yeah.
But yeah, I think but at the same time, when let's say like I'm studying psychology, they still remind me to like, oh, you need to study hard. There's some things that you need to do. We don't mind you going for your dreams. We don't mind you chasing what you really like. But that doesn't mean that you can just slack off. Doesn't mean that you can just
Yeah.
fool around. And
I think that's important.
I think that's important. Even if you don't find it
Yeah.
in your parents, find it in your friends and find it in the people around you. And there are
Yeah.
definitely people like that around. lah.
If you don't have these people, you can try to talk to us.
Correct. I agree. We are nice people.
I think we're logical enough to give you the right advice.
Yes.
We may not be very emotionally invested, so the advice might come very harsh, but we trust that we have your best intentions at heart, especially if you come with real problems.
A few people have actually DM'd me already
Yeah.
regarding like mental health work and mental health stuff. So I'm very happy that you guys actually relate to the stuff I said, and continue DMing me if you have any problems. I'm not a therapist, and I won't pretend that I know the answers to all the problems.
But
In fact, I don't.
but we know a guy. I mean, okay, at minimum, right? Okay, trust that we will point you in the right direction. We're not here to try to be the advice gurus all the time. No,
Yeah.
we're just here to air our opinions. But if you don't know who to ask, and then you figure maybe I'll just ask strangers on the internet, don't just anyhow ask. You just can ask us. Okay, we quite wholesome, huh? We will
Don't need
point you
go
in the right
Omegle.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll point you in the right direction at least.
So with that, I think that's a nice way to end it, right, John?
Yeah, and like I said in the start of the episode, go and like our Instagram, follow us on Instagram.
That's right. Please. I spend a lot of time
Right.
editing those IG stories.
Follow us on Instagram, man. And then like I don't know, man. Let's all hope and pray the remaining half of 2020 is not as fucked up.
I agree. It's getting pretty tiring, so do take care of yourself, and hopefully this episode was a little nice recluse from a lot of the problems that are going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
But hope you guys stay safe and stay healthy. And see you guys in the next one.
And Friday, public holiday, but by the time this video come out, no, it's over. But woo!
Woo! See you guys in the next one, guys.
See y'all.
Bye.